Welcome to Basic Computer 101 Troubleshooting. If you are using a laptop and then you experience unusual overheating and some slowing down, before you call the customer service or before you bring your laptop to the computer shop for troubleshooting, you might as well do some basic troubleshooting yourself so you can save some time and money. So in this video, what I'm going to do is to show you how you can use a tool that is available in all computers so that you can take a look what's going on inside your computer. So the tool that I'm referring to that is available in all computers is this Task Manager. This is an app that allows you to see what's going inside your computer, and it also allows you to manage the application that is running in your computer. To access the Task Manager, what you can do is to press the Control and the Alt and Delete on your keyboard. In the keyboard, you will see there's a Control here and there's an Alt. So what I'm going to do is to press Control Alt at the same time and then holding it, and then I'm going to press this delete key over here. This one. Once I do that, a window will appear and it will show the lock, switch, user, sign out, Task Manager, and the cancel tab. But of course, we are only interested in the Task Manager, so that's what I am going to click here. Now this brings Task Manager apps to the screen, and I just maximize it. There you go. So you can see this Task Manager. It looks like a little bit complex. It's actually it's a table. Looks like a spreadsheet with the columns. Yeah, so we have lots of information over here. So to make it simple, it's going to take a look each one of the components here. So we can start here at the top. You will see this file, the options in view, and then underneath that there are a couple of tabs here like the process, performance, app history, startup, user, details, services. So of all the tabs in here, the only thing you need to know is the process, performance, in the startup. Most of the other tabs are just for the advanced users, and just leave it to the technical support service. But for now, as a regular computer users, you just need the process, the performance, and the startup, which we are going to take a look in a moment. So let's start with this process first. Now it's by default, it's the one that is being displayed here. The first column to the left side is all the apps that is currently active right now on this laptop. And then the next column after the status is the CPU. So the CPU, you can see here, this is the central processing unit. This is the main engine of your computer. So you can see here right now it's only 28% utilized, which is good. Because the lower the number you can see here in the CPU, the better for your computer. It means that your computer can handle all the tasks without being overworked. And then the next column is about the memory. This is the random access memory. This is the workplace of your computer. This is where all the processes are being done. So right now it's only 38% utilized, so that's very good. It means that my computer is not overloaded. So same with the CPU, the lower the number here in your memory, the lower the number of percentage being utilized, it's better. Moving forward, this test, it shows that it's only 1%, because right now I'm not doing anything special on my computer, so this is normal. The network, this has something to do with the incoming and outgoing data and the internet. So since we are not uploading or downloading anything on the internet, so this is normal. It's 0 right now. The GPU, this is the graphical user interface. This is responsible for processing all those graphical videos before it's being outputted to the screen of this laptop. And this two last column here, this is something to do with the power. So we don't deal with this for now, and we'll just move ahead and go to the most important thing that we can do as a regular computer user. So moving here, let's go to the performance. The performance tab is going to show you the graphical representation of what's going on inside your computer. So you can see here, it's all just but a graph, and this has something to do with the CPU utilization. And this one, you can see it's 29% utilized, which is pretty much good. There's a summary of speed here, which is 3.66 gigahertz. Of course, this will vary from computer to computer. And we have the number of processes that currently ongoing in this laptop. And we have the threads, handles, uptime, and we have a couple of numbers here. But this necessarily doesn't affect you. It's not you don't need to deal with these numbers. Let these numbers be dealt with by the customer service. But for now, I'm just showing this for you, just to let you know how it looks like for this performance tab. So here in the left side, you can see all this same thing, the summary of all what activities that is going on in the computer, the CPU utilization, memory, disk removal, Ethernet, and everything like this, Wi-Fi and GPU. So we are not concerned much about this for now. So let's move on to this app history. This app history is the same thing. It's a list of all the apps and all of those activities like the CPU time, network, metered network, that updates. We don't deal with this as a regular computer users. Leave this to advanced users. So what I'm interested more is the startup. The startup contains all this application that is going to start with your computer when you're going to turn on your computer, all this application is also going to become active. Sometimes if too much application is going to be active when you're turning on your computer, it's going to slow down your computer a bit. So you have the option of disabling it from enable. What you can do is maybe just, let's say for instance this one, we can just highlight this one and going to the right, and at the bottom you will see there's a disable here. You can just click this disable and it will disable the startup. So every time you turn on your computer, this particular apps will not become active as well. So it will save you some time. This user is something to do with your login. This will be contains your name that you're using for logging to the computer, and these details, pretty much we have some information here, names of the apps and all the speeds status, which you don't need to be concerned about because this is for advanced users. And the service tab is same thing, you don't need to be concerned about this, you just leave this for the advanced users or for those technical support. The only thing you can use is this process, performance, and the startup. Going back to this process, in a nutshell, this task manager is going to help you see what's going on inside your computer. For instance, if you're experiencing some heating effect or slowing down of your computer, just visit this task manager and try to examine all the application that is running or active. So you will see how much each application is using, how much of the resources is of the computer is being used. So you can decide if you're not using a particular application, then you can just highlight it like this one. I'm going to highlight this Adobe update and going to the right, going down to the bottom, you can see you can end the task. So by ending the task of the application that you don't need, you will be saving some resources which you can use for your other applications. So that's basically it for this task manager, and it might save you some time and money by doing this basic troubleshooting, just in case you will be encountering all this heating effect and all this slowing down. The reason why your computer is heating up is when the CPU or the memory is reaching about 80% to 100%, it means that your computer is working hard and is being overloaded. So the overall effect is that the component inside your computer is going to start heating up. That's what makes the overall heating that you can feel over here or in the sides or even in the keyboard. So the heating effect is going to slow down your computer a bit. So in order to prevent that from happening, you can just use the task manager and disable some of the application that you don't need at the moment. So that's it for the task manager, and stay tuned for my next other video tutorial about computers.